Hey guys, welcome back. For countless videos now, I've sat on this side of the microphone and basically harped at you and told you all sorts of things about stocks and ETFs. This time, for the first time, I want to make this one a little bit more interactive. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you guys a bunch of questions and I'm going to ask you to respond in the comments down below. And I will actually participate as well. So I will ask the question, I'll give you my response, but I'm really intrigued to find out what you guys have to say as well. Stick around. So I'll start by saying be careful what you say because this will be on the YouTube comments. And so anyone will be able to see what it is that you say. But I'm not going to sell any of your information, I promise. First thing I'd like to know, I just hit 350 subscribers and I really appreciate all of you subscribing to my channel. But I'm really interested to hear where it is that you're watching from. I think I've told you in my welcome video, and I've probably said it a few times here or there, I grew up just east of Toronto, Ontario, Canada, small town, which was a small town known as Whitby, Ontario. And just over a year ago, my wife and daughter and I left due to a job change that I had. And we now live just northwest of Kitchener, Ontario, about an hour and a half. And we're about 15 minutes away from beautiful Lake Huron in Grey Bruce County. So tell me where you're from. You don't have to tell me the specific city if you don't want to, but I'd appreciate it. Or even just the province, state, or the country even that you're watching from. Second question I have, are you a new investor or have you been in the game for quite a while? Personally, for myself, I started investing when I was in my early to mid 20s and I got away from it for a while, ended up having some RSP money, used that RSP money to buy a house, so on and so on. Ended up investing a little bit more, lost most of it, but only in about the last 3 to 4 years have I gotten serious about investing and I've really gone hard at it. And as I've said in previous videos as well, due to the sale of the house and purchasing where we did, my wife and I both did fairly well on the sale of that house and purchase of the new one, which has allowed us to put a really good dent into our TFSAs. By no means are we maxed, but we're over halfway. And we're really keen to see where we can take this with our investing journey. So just tell me, are you an older investor, been around the game for quite a few years, or are you relatively new? Next question, what types of investments are you interested or most interested in? And I mean that in the sense of, are you looking for growth, stocks or ETFs, or are you looking for dividends? My wife and I, given where we are at this stage in our life and in our investing journey, we're more interested in dividend paying stocks, but with a keen eye to growth as well. And I've said this in a number of my videos, why go for one if you can get both? And some of the stocks that I've talked about that's in our portfolio, we think we're getting a really, really good piece of growth in the capital of what we're investing, but we're also getting some really good dividend payments and growth within those dividends, which is also a big thing for us. So the next question, this is kind of a fun one. What do you believe is your best or your worst investment ever? I would have to say my best investment so far has been Exchange Income Corporation. And again, the bulk of that purchase came on a real good dip back in September, October of 2022, where we had got in around the $43 and change mark. And that investment has gone up in under a year to almost, well, over 54, but it's now dropped back down to 51, 52 range. A very close second is Canadian Tire, and I talked about that one in the last couple of videos. It's taken off since buying it in only starting in February of 2023. So Canadian Tire's really done well as well. Worst investments, I've had a few. I won't really go into those, so I'll just leave it at my best. So the next question, another bit of a fun one, and one I'm going to actually issue a bit of a challenge on. What is your favorite hobby? What do you like to do outside of investing? I have grown up my entire life playing sports. I played hockey and I played lacrosse, and I made most of the friends I have in my life through sports. But I've also always had a love for music, and I know I got that from my mother and father. And if you look over my shoulder behind me, you can see that in the background, I have this in every video I do. I have Gord Downey's book. Gord Downey, for those that may not know, the tragically hip lead singer who lost his battle with a brain aneurysm a number of years ago, and he is a god here in Canada. But also on those wooden boards that are right by that book behind me are my two favorite songs ever. It's the lyrics to those songs, and I had a very good friend of mine develop those for me on a wood printing type lathe machine thing, which I don't really know much about. Bonus marks if you are able to zoom in on this video and tell me what those two songs are. I'll let that be known in a future video release. Lastly, I'm going to cut it short. What do you wish you could see more of on this channel? I do a lot of stock talk, and quite honestly, I'm interested to see what it is that you guys are looking to hear more about, or what it is you'd like to see more of relating to the stocks that videos that I've been doing. So what is it that you'd like to see? Is there something that you're really, really keenly interested in? Drop that in the comments below, and I'll be sure to look at that and potentially in future videos get on that for you. So a little bit of fun this time, not a real lot of talk about stocks, but again, I appreciate everybody out there who has subscribed to the channel. If you're not already a subscriber, I always ask, would you please consider hitting that Marksy's Place button and subscribing to the channel. Until next time, have a great rest of your week. Take care, and we'll talk to you soon.